Today we are going to see the Stotram 9. Ishwaro Vikrami Dhanvi Medhavi Vikramakrama Anuttamo Dhuradharsha Kridajna Kridiratmavan. Ishwara. Ishwara means the omnipotent Bhagavan. That is the power of life. There are three powers that is existing in Bhagavan. That is called, power is called Shakti. So Bhagavan always exists with Shakti. The three Shaktis are Kriya Shakti. The Kriya Shakti means the power of action that we are doing in the body. So how we act, that is called Kriya Shakti. The next one is Ichcha Shakti. Ichcha Shakti is the power of desire that is arising in the mind of all the creations. That is Ichcha Shakti. And third one is Jnana Shakti. That is power of knowledge in the intellectual minds. How we think, how we take the thoughts on to the next level according to our knowledge we acquire. So these three powers are in one super life which is called Great Vishnu. So Bhagavan is having all the three powers, and that's why he is called Ishwara. Next is Vikrami. Vikrami means one power who is very courageous and who is daring to take any action without any fear. That is Vikrami. Who takes that action is called Vikrami. And especially we will call one of the avataram of Bhagavan, Vaman avataram, as Trivikrami. Tri means three. He has used the 3 footsteps to measure the 3 world. So he is called Vikrami. Next one is Dhanvi. Dhanvi means one power who is armed with bow. Usually we represent this name with Rama avataram. One of the avataram of Bhagavan, Sri Rama. So Sri Rama is the avataram in which he has the weapon called Sarangi. And that's why he is also called as Dandapani or Dhanushpani or Kodanda Rama. All these names is related to the same name Dhanvi, because he has the weapon which is the mightiest among all the weapons that is existing. That's why he is called Dhanvi. Next one is Medhavi. Medhavi is the name that is given to the specific power who has the greatest intelligence and who has the ability to grasp everything and understand everything. And he has the power of Saraswati. So Bhagavan's tongue is called the Saraswati. The tongue of Vishnu Bhagavan is called the Saraswati. The power of Saraswati that is coming from the power of Bhagavan's tongue. So that's why Bhagavan is called Medhavi. He can understand or grasp or take anything that we are thinking. It's above his level. Next one is Vikrama. V means king of birds. Who is the king of birds? Garuda. And Krama means taking steps related to the motion. That is, one is moving. So one who is moving on the king of bird. That is, one who is traveling on the bird called Garuda, who has Garuda as Vahana. That is Vishnu Bhagavan. That's why he is called Vikrama. And he is also called as Vikrama because one who has the ability to cross the Samsara Bandhanam. Samsara Bandhanam means who can cross the limitations or who has crossed the bondings in the world. Next is Krama. Krama means who can cross the ocean of samsaram. That means he can reach the devotees in spite of whichever action, whichever state of mind, whichever place they are. The place means it is not the point of the earth where they are. It is a place of mind, where they are in depression, where they are in happiness, where they are in excited. All that can be reached only by Bhagavan. Anuttama. Anuttama. Uttama means that is appropriate. Anuttama means one who is greater than one who can even think of. That is not existing. One who is the greatest. And there is nothing above him, nothing below him, and nothing equal to him. So he is the power who is existing, or that is existing above the all. Next one is Duradarshana. Duradarshana means one who cannot be attacked by anything. Bhagavan is the power who cannot be attacked by any weapon or emotions or any other tools. So that's why he is called Duradarshana. He is the super powerful thing that is existing in Vishnu Loka. Kritajna. Kritajna means who knows everything that is done by the creations. We think that, oh, we think like that. How can Bhagavan know? We do like that. How can Bhagavan know? Everything, even the small thought that is coming is understood by Bhagavan. And who can be easily pleased? Only through our dedication. Which can even for the puja, we usually give leaves, flowers, fruit and water, which we are getting from the nature. So he is nature itself. So he is a very good lover of nature. So we give what all we get it from the nature, that is the best offering. And he is the power, Kritajna, that means he is the power who knows the physical activities or the emotional feeling or the mental activities or the intellectual thoughts or the motives that we have. Everything can be known by the Bhagavan. Kriti. Kriti means which can be achieved by our human efforts or works, that when we do something with all our efforts, then Bhagavan will bless them. But if our thoughts are evil, then you will get the punishment. Punishment is not something that will hurt. The thing the power will show us how to go to the good side from the evil side. And we will be rewarded with the action that we take on others. Atmavan. Atmavan means who is self in being, who has his own greatness and who require no other support. He is content in himself. That is Atmavan, who is himself. So the names that we are seeing here is Ishvara, Vikrami, Dhanvi, Medhavi, Vikrama, Krama, Anuttama, Duradarsha, Kritajna, Kriti, Atmavan. So the 11 names we are seeing in this stotra. And we will be reaching the 84th nama by this stotra. Ishvaro Vikrami Dhanvi Medhavi Vikramakrama Anuttamo Duradarsha Kritajna Kridiratmavan.